Look, I've already started it for a little bit, but basically there was this big hump over here. Originally, I was gonna charge them 150 bucks because I thought I needed to bring gravel, because most of the gravel washed away from this spot right here. We're just gonna take a rake and a shovel and put that gravel back. I'm weed eating like crap because I'm holding a camera, but we found this weed eater, haggled it down to 80 bucks, and they threw in a gas can. Customer paid us 120. A person has an AC unit that is not working. Hopefully we can use science and raw thinking power to get this AC unit fixed. Lovely, a light switch. Not so lovely, spider webs. Start by taking this thing apart. The bit and the drill set us back 100 bucks. Look at this thing, it's all iced over. That can mean two things. It's low on Freon, or there's no air moving over it. At first we thought it was this doohickey, but using this electrical tester we figured out, nope, it is the motor. So we replaced that motor really quick. Sorry that I didn't get any footage of it. And we ended up cleaning this unit here, and we charged 60 bucks to clean units. Where is the best place to find these jobs? These just random jobs. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, these Facebook groups, it's just full of local people who are just annoyed of dealing with big companies, and they just want you, the little guy, to come get you cheddar. At this job, we're gonna be fixing a leaning 4x4, so we start by screwing this in the ground. Oh yeah, well that's in there deep. Then we loop a steel cable through that thing we put in the ground. Next, we're gonna use this wrench to tighten this screw in, because it's what we have. And we're gonna start to get frustrated, because holding a camera and working sucks. You know, it's so hard to video. I'm just gonna show you all the finished product. All right, so now that we've got it linked up, we can go ahead and tighten this right here. We've got this screwed through this, through that 2x4, and even into the 4x4 there. We're doing this for a customer from last week, because moving the latch didn't do the trick. We needed to pull the 4x4. Let's see if this thing closes regularly now. Oh! They also had 2 more filters for us to replace. Yo, I don't know who tightened these things, but they were stupid on there. They also had a new faucet that they wanted us to put in, so here's some footage of me doing that. I guess while I do this, I can talk about, hey, you know what? I've been eating slightly better. I've been getting slightly less fat. Somehow we got another job. A laundry room renovation, of all things. You know, I F with it. People lately have been really into laundry room renovations, but finally somebody wants us to do them. Us, the little fish. Broke down. I hate that I got such a crappy picture to show you, but they want a vanity and butcher block there, and then another butcher block there to kind of create an L. Thankfully, the customer paid for all the material beforehand. We need 113 inches of this thing to remain, so we're going to go ahead and cut it. We don't have a saw. This saw was so effing loud, but this is a good chance for me to say, if you're still watching this video, I love you. Next, we've got to wipe all the sawdust off of it. And for that, we're going to literally use the shirt off of my back. Should do the trick. In this time lapse, pretty much we're going to be putting down a conditioner so that the stain goes in evenly, and then we're going to put 2 different layers of stain on this thing to kind of get perfectly what we want. We want this butcher block to match the customer's floor, and here is the finished product. I still have to wipe this off after about 15 minutes and then put the polyurethane coat on it, but honestly, it is matching the customer's house super duper well. Here's more of me talking over this super loud saw, and now we're going to be marking the next piece of butcher block for the sinkhole that we're going to cut into it. We're doing a majority of the cut by dipping our circular saw into it and finishing the cuts out that way. Again, this thing is so effing loud that I'm just going to talk through the clips of me cutting with it, and then we had to finish off those edges with a jigsaw that costed us 45 buckaroos. I will say sometimes it's really nice to have corded tools because they're super powerful. Ahoy! Next, we move on to the sanding portion. We found this solid little sander at the flea market for $50, and we just got to make sure that we get all those edges clean right there for the inside of the sink, and we really have to make sure we sand away the blade marks. Alright, next we're going to put layer by layer the same stain that we did on the first piece, so that not only does it match the first piece, but it also matches the customer's flooring. Honestly, I should have worn a mask because the fumes are starting to get to me. Not that I have that many brain cells left to kill anyways. Let me know in the comment, what have you done to kill brain cells? Alright, so I don't have a camera person, but I do have this butcher block here. It's heavy. I can't. Yikes. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, man. Ouch. The sink is actually pretty well centered on the window, which was the plan. So now we just have to center this vanity to match. Well, none of that mattered, because we had to take the butcher block off anyways. This sink that the customer wanted is pretty big, so we had to put it on first, and then the butcher block back on top. Here's this piece that goes into the sink. And now we drill a hole for where our faucet's going. We get our water supplies hooked up to that faucet we just put in, and the next, we're gonna have to do the drain. Honestly, the drain on here was a pain. After enough off-camera fiddling around and cursing, here is the finished product. Sorry that it's such a terrible photo. It was a lot of work, but we made $950 in the end. Show us the hole in the wall. It is day 5. We've got this piece of drywall cut out here, and we're also going to need to cut some battens to match this interior side. Here on the outside, it's just taping, mudding, and finishing and painting. Here is the finished product. When that paint dries, you're not going to ever tell there was a hole in the wall. So guys, obviously a huge highlight from this week has been the new tools we've got. Here's the sander and the jigsaw. We got a skill saw. We got a measuring tape. I don't know how we made it this long without a measuring tape. But I mean, we just got like all types of tools. And, you know, the more tools that we have now, it opens us up to do so many more types of jobs. Our profit this week was somehow $16.84.59. We spent almost $700 on tools, giving us a total of $987.19. 2 weeks, we've made $1,323.71, averaging $661.85 a week. Also, I lost 3 pounds.